Hi, all. Kinsey Schofield here, and I'm with Billy Bush of Hot Mics with Billy Bush. Billy, you are my favorite. I could not think of anyone else when this news broke this week that Kim Kardashian finally addresses the Harry and Meghan photo scandal. You have worked with the Kardashians for decades now, right?
I remember, oh boy, photo approval. I interviewed Kim and I was like, come on, take a picture for the social media. It was like so long ago, but they were way ahead of the curve on this. And Kim Kardashian was like, sure. And then five people swooped in to approve the photo, and they were like, no, 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 delete this, please, delete. And I'm like, okay, and like this one you can use right here, but give us a second. And then they went and like Svengali'd it and sent it back to me. This one you can post. And I'm like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
wow, there was a real operation there.
But don't you agree that the Kardashians are so clever when it comes to brand building and marketing themselves and maintaining relevance in a really tough environment, culturally, social media wise? They continue to stay on our radar, which is it's a difficult task.
They have never fallen out of favor. They have an ability to keep your interest. The brilliance of that show from the beginning was always a storyline. They sat down and they treated reality TV very seriously. And they would sit around and they'd say, okay, Chloe's storyline right now. We should go public with the Lamar affair. I think we need to lean into that a little bit more. Courtney, I think Scott's drinking is probably needs more exploration. I mean, they really like, let's take our family bit and they in a way that no other family or reality show could do, because really at the base, their relationship, their core, their dedication is to each other. And the
Mhm.
other players that come in to that family nucleus, they're part of the story. Each one will tell their story as that person relates to them. But this is the nucleus. They're always married to each other.
I watch you religiously, and I watched the way you covered the Kardashian Harry and Meghan photo scandal. And just to give our viewers the timeline, Harry and Meghan go to Kris Kardashian's party. We see paparazzi shots, but then there are pictures of the Sussexes posted on Kris and Kim's social media accounts. Suddenly, they're wiped, and the story from the Sussex camp, from Harry and Meghan's team to their regular outlets that they love to give specific stories to, like People Magazine and Us Weekly, say, well, the Sussexes never gave Kris and Kim permission to post those images of them. It was a violation. They did not sign anything giving them permission to share those pictures. And then the Kardashians, through their people, replied, we didn't do any sort of like any sort of like paperwork that people were required to sign for pictures of Kris's party. And so Kim does this podcast with Chloe and basically reiterates, like, we had permission to share their images. They screwed up. It was Remembrance Day. They realized it didn't reflect well on them, that while the royal family was mourning the war dead, they were partying with the Kardashians. But Kim does it with a smile on her face. She's kind throughout the entire process, says, look, our mom is friends with Meghan. It was just it was like putting the Sussexes in their place, but staying above the fray. Did you feel that way too when seeing that clip?
Yeah, I think it gave me a real glimpse into, the hell that is Megan's life and the hell that is anyone who works for her's life. That, oh my God, it's Remembrance Day. Whoa, get those photos down. We cannot look like we're having fun. I mean, when everything is viewed like social media is really an anxiety driven like event for them. Anything that gets posted is like, are we sure there's not a competing event where we're going to get attacked by they do get ripped for everything they do. Remembrance Day, Harry is, a veteran in the British military. This is for those who died in service to the country. And, it's not even on it. It's too close to Remembrance Day to be shown dancing at Bezos's house, living your amazing life, you expats over here. earlier in the day, it was earlier in the evening, it was the Baby to Baby Gala, which is definitely I've lots of, the who's who of Hollywood and LA, and they all go to Baby. It's a big thing. So no problems posting there. It's a charity event. You just don't want to be seen shimmying on the dance floor. So they pull the photos down. And Kim says it's all kind of ridiculous. She's like, I mean, this was the deal. What she wanted to make sure people understood is that we weren't dissing them. We weren't like, oh my God, we don't want to be seen with Meghan right now. She's like so low in people's, like meter. We've done the research. She's bad. Let's get her out. It's not that. She's like, whatever. We post with everybody at the party. Mom has a good relationship with Meghan, or she called it a sweet relationship with Meghan. It was just like a silly remembrance thing. And she gave us a glimpse, sort of very passively, into what stress the Sussexes are under for every post, what context it is, right?
But Billy, don't you think that for Harry and Meghan to want to continue to have these titles and commercialize that royal role, they should accept some of the responsibilities, meaning then yes, if it's Remembrance Day, then we want to keep a low profile and allow the royals to shine as they remember the war dead. I feel like they want the perks of royal life, but they don't want the responsibility. I get the sense that you're kind of sympathizing with them over this, and I don't. I'm like, you should have kept your butt at home, or you shouldn't have taken the pictures.
I can definitely sympathize with only the act of post stress.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that, like, oh my God, what happened? It was Remembrance Day, and the panic, and everybody, and all the different communications people. When they did that whole, recently, we saw a report of how many people work in their communications department. I'm like, God, these deals with Netflix and all these companies, they really need all this money. They have global communications directors and all these things for people who aren't even in the royal family anymore. They're just Montecito residents.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, we're hanging on to a title. So only over the stress of that.
Right.
But the fact that I do think Kim was having a good time with uh, the whole debacle. And I can tell you the Sussexes were not having a good time with it.
Let's talk wellness without the scare tactics. Life is busy. Mornings start fast. Coffee is essential, and routines need to work, not complicate things. People want products that support how they live now, because real beauty is about supporting what keeps you strong, radiant, and feeling your best. That's where Native Path Collagen comes in. No, this is not a trendy, overhyped beauty product. This is the real deal. It contains type 1 and type 3 collagen, which makes up roughly 90% of the collagen found in the human body. These are the building blocks that support skin, hair, and joint health. Native Path helps support those systems. One single ingredient, no fillers, no nonsense, just high quality collagen. Each morning, one scoop can be mixed into your coffee or your favorite beverage. It dissolves easily, has no taste, and fits seamlessly into your everyday routine. Many people report stronger hair, smoother, more hydrated skin, and less joint stiffness, especially in the mornings. Try it for yourself. Visit getnativepath.com/unfiltered to take advantage of a special offer today. Here comes the spelling test. Ready? It's native, path, path.com/unfiltered for a special bundle deal at a fraction of the retail price, backed by a risk-free 365-day guarantee. If you want to look good, feel good, and actually support your body instead of just hoping your moisturizer is magic, Native Path is where you start. Getnativepath.com/unfiltered. And your thoughts on the fact that reports suggest they lost their 11th publicist over this. They've moved on to a 12th.
A lot of people.
Yeah, but losing a publicist over this Is it the Kardashian effect of like you get too close to the Kardashians, that story's going to explode? You've got to just be careful about not reacting too quickly or trying to kill a story that might negatively affect the Kardashians too.
Yeah, you should be very grateful that you're invited. But right now, I mean, if you look at ranker.com, and Meghan Markle is the least liked celebrity in America. I mean, somehow Diddy is above her, and that is like going out of your way.
Right.
But, the fact that the Kardashians and the Jenners are like, come, be in our glow. We welcome you to our event. You shouldn't say a damn thing about what they post. You'd be like, this is great, Remembrance Day or not, because I don't know, they have such staying power, and they are such, they're so strong as celebrities. They just don't fall out of favor. If you're Meghan, I would say, at this point, what do you care what the British media is saying about you? You're in a lawsuit with them. You're going after them. You're already persona non grata. You're clearly never going back. Focus on the U.S. media more, like where you have been with all of your shows and everything. And if the Kardashians are shedding light on this is the life you've chosen. They're the queen. Kim's the queen, not the queen. The queen. This is the queen that she should be paying attention to here.
My gosh, Billy, I just know that people are going to be mad about that. I just know that you're going to get in trouble for that. Do you think that the
I've been in.
Kardashian, do you think the Kardashians' attraction to Meghan and Harry are the royal ties, the real royal ties?
Yeah, I think everybody. Yeah, sure. I mean, what else would it be? She's Megan is fifth on the call sheet at Suits. It's not. It's unless you're a huge Suits fan. Maybe I think Kim actually did watch the show. I don't know. But of course, it's that royal flavor, and it's Harry.
Mm.
Really Harry. I mean,
Diana's son, the king's son.
Diana's son. Forget the king. Diana has got such the oh my God, she still has immense empathy and staying power as a celebrity posthumously.
I just have to say, in defense of Billy Bush, if Meghan Markle's ultimate objective is to grow and to foster and nurture um, an entertainment career, whether it's cameos, producing Cookie Queens, whatever, then you're absolutely right. Getting on the Kardashians' bad side is the worst possible way to go. And she really should have done everything in her power to not create any difficulty for them. So I wasn't giving you a hard time earlier when you were saying her focus needed to be stateside. You're absolutely right. It all depends on what her ultimate goal is. And I don't think it's to ever go back to the UK. I think
Oh,
she wants to dominate in the States.
less popular there than here. I
Well,
mean, which is almost impossible to think of. But her relationship with Kris Jenner is going to be very, very valuable.
do you not agree that they are already working together behind the scenes? I've been saying this for months. Balenciaga, Meghan showing up at Paris Fashion Week at the Balenciaga show out of freaking nowhere. Kim's had a relationship with them for decades. I mean, I could go on. And Emma Grande, Meghan appearing on Emma Grande's podcast. Emma works for Skims. I think quietly, Kris Jenner has been helping Meghan.
Not that quietly. I mean, and definitely and whoever is it, Victoria Jackson up there
Mhm.
in Montecito. She's part of that Montecito mafia, but Kris Jenner's definitely involved there. And I'm sure Megan came to her and said, "Help, help, help, help. I
Right.
need your help. I can't get out of my own way." The problem with Megan is, and will always be, and is until she gets it solved, is authenticity. She is force feeding an image of herself that she wants people to just accept. I always relate it to the Martha Stewart show, that Martha Stewart, the most authentic, she's a huge following and people love her. But the one time she veered from that was with her version of The Apprentice, where she was writing handwritten love notes to people to let them go. It was after jail, right? She wanted to like be
Mhm.
soft Martha. And people were like, we don't want soft Martha. We want that business tycoon Martha that says, you're not good enough. You got to go. You didn't get the job done. See you later. None of these handwritten soft notes and all that stuff. And Megan is, um, what people see of her and won't let go of is that you rip this sweet little guy away, this hapless fellow, the more likable brother, the more charming, naughty one, and pulled him out of there, turned his back on his family, brought him over here. That's how they see you. And she's done everything she can to not address it and give a different image, and it just doesn't work.
Because it
And I
doesn't.
don't know if Kris Jenner can fix it. She is the miracle worker, but it doesn't work. People just see through it.
Have you had a memorial? Have you had a moment of silence for with Love Megan? Or how are you coping? Are you going to be okay? That
I'm
it
not
seems.
going to be okay. I'm not. I'm not. And I don't care. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe there's going to be a Christmas special, maybe if I'm lucky. But is it going to be enough to take care of the pain that I'm in? I'm going to remember some of the best moments of with Love Megan. Especially Daniel. When
I
Daniel
know you love Daniel. That's my
Daniel,
favorite
the
part.
makeup artist, when Daniel, I mean, remember the drama when I was sitting on the edge of my seat when it was like, oh my God, will the kitchen be ready in time? We've got 10 minutes to scramble to get everything just right before Daniel, the makeup artist, gets here. We don't want to let Daniel down because you know how judgy he can be and how important his time is. And that was really a lot of very dramatic. And somehow Megan was ready. The kitchen was ready when Daniel got there.
Thank God. Thank God. He works in mysterious ways. What are your predictions for 2026 for Megan and her entertainment pursuits? We know she's got a cameo. She's got a cameo in the Amazon movie with Lily Collins. Cookie Queens is coming out, getting some backlash over Cookie Queens at Sundance. Um, you never, I mean, honestly, the only thing to me that's interesting about Meghan Markle is she's so unpredictable because she doesn't make the clear, she doesn't take the clear path. But other than that, she's not a very interesting individual.
Here's my suggestion for her.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest this to Megan because she may be out of it. I'd like to produce it.
Oh,
I would like to produce Meghan Markle in a televised MDMA journey. MDMA is ecstasy. It's ecstasy. I've done one before within a therapeutic setting. And what MDMA does in a therapeutic setting, and this is major mental health, big helper, it tampons down the ego. The ego is the voice in the head that tells you stories, that tells stories. And when the ego is tamponed all the way down, all you're left with is the simple truth. So you connect very obvious dots. In my life, I was going, oh, the reason why this stuff isn't working is because I'm living a bit out of alignment here. I've been going out too much and this and that and avoiding certain responsibilities. I was drinking too much and this and that. And this isn't working in my life. Let me get life in alignment here and then it will all work. And I was right. The MDMA journey reveals the simple truth. Imagine Meghan Markle sitting there with an amazing facilitator, and she's just left with raw honesty. Little cameras, not big cameras, little cameras planted around the room so they're unobstructive. And only the simple truth about her life and what she knows herself to be comes out.
what would the MDMA tell her about
Be like,
that?
oh my God, I've been force feeding people this version of myself. And
What's it going to tell her about her not calling her father when he lost a limb, though?
it, I was embarrassed of my father from the very beginning. I need to just embrace my family for what it is. I need to, all of these types of things will come out. And you know what? At that point, you might become likable. And
There's the authenticity you always say she
that's it.
lacks.
That's the key. And she won't do it. But I might go see her. She's gonna be like, "You've been so mean to me." I'm gonna go, "You've been a big phony. Now sit down, make a cup of tea for me too, and let's discuss what you're going to do. I'm right,
What how
you're
is
wrong. So here
you
we
I will say I'm Team Billy on this, but how is that different from ayahuasca? Because Prince Harry has talked about ayahuasca therapy and doing that himself, and how he really felt like that helped him see things clearly. Is that similar?
Yeah, I mean, I've done psilocybin, which is a version, they're in the same family, magic mushrooms. Ayahuasca is a little more intense. It's like purging. You end up vomiting and stuff and all of this. And the journey can take you any which way. Psilocybin, ayahuasca is a little more powerful in that it finds you where you get the journey you need, not the one you want. So you
Whoa.
may go in there and be like, I want revelations about my family, my father who I lost, this relationship that I'm in. Is this the right person for me? And that's maybe what you want. And you may come out of there realizing, oh my God, I was abused as a child, or I never got over this hatred that I think my mom had for me, and it left me in a crippling anxiety for 2 hours. And you're like, I didn't want that. Now you know what's really holding you back. It takes you where you need to go, not where you want to go. So psilocybin is a bigger risk. I've done two of them. One was pooping rainbows like, ee, and the other was anxiety.
Oh,
Like I couldn't get over it. And then the MDMA is softer, gentler, just brings the ego down and lets you make these simple connections. So Megan may not come. The psilocybin may be too much for Megan.
I
Harry, it's amazing. Harry's like, Harry, that's why we love Harry.
there
Harry's
you
like,
go.
I'm going to do it. I'm going in there. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll find out who I am. His authenticity is only that he's not helping her be authentic. Harry, you know the answers to helping your wife. Stop listening to her. Megan, stop doing the talking. Listen to him. Follow him. Put him in front of you a little more. Stop trying to be me. And then there's Harry. No, it's Harry. And then there's you. And
Oh,
by doing so, there'll be more of you.
that's true because that's why we accepted
Oh,
her in the first
do I
place.
have to produce this woman oh.
Well, I have learned so much about drugs from you today, and I didn't know that's what I was going into,
I'm a
but what
I'm
a
a
thrill.
psychedelic. I believe in psychedelic therapy. 10 million people did psychedelics last year in a therapeutic environment, mental health capacity. 10 million last year, and that's growing. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, imagine if doing a psilocybin journey in maximum security prison for these are all people who are enacting out terrible traumas from their childhood in terrible ways, but imagine that type of that's a clinical trial right there. I'd like to see it, see what happens.
Well, it was so wonderful to catch up with you. Thank you for your
Drugs.
Kardashian insight. And anytime I think of you, unfortunately, I am going to reach out because I am your biggest fan.
Oh, I think you're delightful. Thank you, Kinsey. It's always great to talk to you. You're the best.
Hot Mics with Billy Bush. Please go subscribe. We're getting to 200,000 this year on Hot Mics with Billy Bush, at least.
At least.
Your Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively coverage, epic. Meghan Markle coverage, epic. But you also do true crime. So if you are just looking to find something interesting to listen to with somebody that's personality pops, obviously it's Hot Mics with Billy Bush.
Thank you so much, Kinsey.
All right,
Have a
talk to you
good weekend.
later. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Agree with us, disagree with us, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Thanks so much for watching.